Good evening. Welcome to the London Indie Underground, basically London's only independent podcast going out to everybody. I'm Gary Begner. I'm that guy, the guy that usually sits in the chair, skinniest guy that always looks like a fat guy in photographs, which just sucks. But either way, it's all fun. Anyways, Jimmy's in, where is he? North Bay or Thunder Bay? One of the bays?
North Bay, yeah.
North Bay. I believe he's fishing, probably fishing.
Probably fishing, probably drinking.
Probably drinking, yes. Actually, I've seen a lot of his Facebook things saying, who's out here? Let's go get a beer.
Let's drink.
Yeah, let's beer it up, folks.
So right away, we should say hi to Jimmy. Hopefully he's listening.
Yep, Papa Jim.
And Jimmy Mama. Hello, Jimmy Mama.
Jimmy's Mama is all doing this.
Hello, Papa Mars.
Yeah,
they're probably all listening.
I got Scotty with us. Who's coming later?
Adam's coming over in a bit.
Yeah,
he's just had to go replenish, get some fuel in him.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like playing hockey. You got to come already eaten.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, Scott, you'll be eating throughout the podcast.
I am eating a delicious Baja salad, formerly known as the taco salad. I was corrected at the drive-thru. It is no longer a taco salad. It's now a Baja, it says.
Baja.
But it's Baja.
Luke, I'm not your Baja.
I was going to say, I should do that next time in California. Can I have the Baja salad?
Can I have the Baja salad?
Can I have the Baja? The Baja.
Yeah, please get it. Also joined with us today, Jay Roorda from Jay Roorda Photography.
Hey, Jay.
Jay will be taking photos. We'll post them up later. You can see our ugly mugs. It works out well. So anyways, yeah. So Jimmy, if you're listening, big love coming out to you from all of us. And for all of the rest of you kids, we're going to be dropping some rock. Scotty's going to be on the interwebs. And,
I always like surfing the net and finding out what's going on.
Yeah, so lots of stuff going on. If and as always, send us a line on the Twitterverse or on our other pages, and maybe we'll do some chatting. But let's kick it off. We're going to go with some independent music. Basically, met these guys a little while ago. For those of you who don't know me, not only do I run the infamous Shirt for Brains custom screen printing for London and doing all the band stuff, I'm also a bit of a gear fanatic. I collect gear like nobody's business.
You know what? Before I ever met you, I knew you as Gary the Gear Guy.
Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy was like, well, my buddy Gary. And I always heard about you, and until this venture started, I never had actually seen a face.
No,
I actually thought your face was going to be like a guitar.
Well, you could.
And your arms were going to be like cellos. You were just built of gear.
Yeah, kind of like an amp.
The
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man of musicians.
So with that in mind, I met these guys. Basically, they have the same love for me for the infamous Gibson Les Paul Jr. If you're going to play punk rock, that's one of the ultimate guitars to own. So anyways, this is Radio Delete. We're going to play their first track, Unconditional, off their EP. So here we go.
We got an extra mic set up.
See your face, it makes me smile. Cross I looks in all the while. Does this way too far out of your head? On the couch, have a beer, have a drink from ear to ear. To find a place to sleep and hide your head.
Hey, there we go with Radio Delete. Pretty awesome track. You know what? I'm a pretty big fan of that whole genre of music, like that kind of like we were talking about earlier. Like I'm a big SoCal skate punk fan. I like the metal. Never really, like Jim and I go over this all the time. I'm not a dude that's into the Chili Peppers. Don't know what it is. They just never sang to me. Like, didn't really capture my attention as a band. I think Flea's an awesome guitar player. I think guitar playing wise, like it's fantastic. Everything. I just can't get. I'm not the funk dude. You know what I mean? Like, but I get it. You guys are all into it.
But
Like, and that's cool. That's awesome.
they moved away from that, didn't they? Like they really moved away from that funk, like that early stuff that they were doing. The down, boom,
Yeah.
boom, ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, dum, dum, ba-dum, right? Stuff like that.
Totally.
They don't do that anymore. It's
Yeah, no, I know that. That's the part, though. I just never bought
I
into
never
it.
really, you know what, truthfully got into me. I mean, Blood Sugar Sex Magic's an amazing album.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
no question about it. Like, it was probably a defining album in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But
for me,
I
Mother's
don't-
Milk changed
Yeah.
my life.
I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I like more of the poppy punk rock stuff.
Yeah,
or the
exactly.
pop punk. You know, the
And that's what I dig. Like, I dig this whole
Yeah.
style that these guys pull off. And it reminds me, like, of, like, these guys are big Sam I Am fans, right? Like, and I'm a huge Sam I Am fan. But they're also into, like, I get more of, like, a face-to-face kind of vibe off of it. And I
Mhm.
just dig that straightforward, punch in the face, get the fuck in, get the fuck out. Oh, right. I promised Jimmy there'd be a lot of swearing tonight. So you can swear. Don't worry about
Fuck.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Adam, you look like you're chomping at the bit to say something to the Chili Peppers
No
comment.
bit, no chomping.
No?
It's a big battle
Yeah.
between us. We talk about the Peppers a lot because we're divided. Everyone half likes everything before Stadium Arcadium, or I guess Californication more so.
Yeah.
And then the other half, won't touch anything kind of on the other side.
Yeah.
I like everything after Californication.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a terrible thing because Peppers fans will kill you if you say that. But man, their songwriting got better. So
Yeah.
that's what I like. I like a good song, and their songwriting really took off after or on Californication. I heard.
Yeah.
I really liked how they started wearing more clothes later in their career too. I wasn't really into the whole sock on the cock thing, and
Yeah, no, I'm with you there.
Let's hear it for Face to Face though. Good call. Nice
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah, I love that band. Like, those guys can really just,
The best.
yeah, you know what? That's that whole thing.
Yeah, no question.
And
One of the best
then,
live albums ever too.
yeah, and Jimmy has just responded to us with a simple, fuck you guys, Chili's rule.
See, here we go.
Yeah,
we can have
see?
this going all
See,
night. It
we're,
can go
we're,
all
we're
night.
splitting down the hair. And Jim knows I don't have a love. But at the same time, up until Mother's Milk, I was digging it. But because of the fact that I'm, much older than a lot of everybody else in the room, probably in the building, what comes down to it
Small
is,
building.
yeah, what it comes down to is I remember just going to these parties, like just, and I'm, I don't really shy from it. I used to drink like a fucking fish. But you go to these parties and there'd be these kids and like Higher Ground would come on, right? And nothing sours me faster than a bunch of drunk kids screaming to Higher Ground. And that was it. Like, so prior to that, I thought it was fantastic. I was really into the whole weird shit that they were doing. So, yeah, so I was really digging it. But anyways, after that, I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm done. I can wash my hands with this shit.
Well, it's cool that a band like that can divide people. Like, you got the Jimmys out there who are,
Yeah. Yeah.
diehard, and then other people just kind of don't know they existed before Californication, right?
Yeah, true.
I
true.
loved them, and I just kind of dropped off after these 10 millionth time I heard "Under the Bridge Downtown." You
Yeah.
know, I was done. It was
Yeah. But the funny part is I think that's the same. Is that the same video? I can't remember which video it is, but he's wearing the DOA T-shirt in the video, and he instantly got props from me for that because I was like, I grew up at that time in Vancouver, so with Joey Shithead or Joey Keithley, he went to this. I graduated from this or went to the same high school as he did, so he was a god to us as kids, right? Because there's this, back then he's like this dirty punk playing punk rock music, right? And then all of a sudden, it's so rare to see all of a sudden like a guy like basically the Chili's, Kaitis, at his level, like, multi-millionaire status, rock god, all of a sudden wearing a DOA T-shirt, and you're kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I'll give him a bit of props. But then I was like, I don't like the music still.
you know what it was?
No.
It was Dave Navarro.
Ooh.
That ruined the Chili Peppers. One hot minute, one hot sack of shit.
Yeah.
Roller Coaster of Love My Ass. That was a horrible album. They deserved the time off they took after that album,
Yeah.
just to kind of regroup and be like, what the fuck was that? That was bad. Sorry, Dave Navarro, if you're listening. I'm sure he is. After this pastime to listen to the podcast on Wednesdays.
But back on to Joe Keithley, though, man.
Yeah.
What did they play? I think they played the Embassy,
Yeah.
and he was one of the nicest dudes I've ever met in my life. Like that came in, that had some kind of stature as a bit of a punk god kind of thing.
Yep.
He came in, man, so down to earth, just real easy guy to work with, and humble.
Yep.
And no airs about him at all. Like, and the guy's outspoken. You know, he's getting into this whole political thing.
Yeah,
now,
he's been doing it for a while.
and good on him. He's salt of the earth.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
is. And if you ever get a chance to go see them, they always put it out there. Like,
Yeah.
what is he He's pushing.
He's got to
60.
be. He's got to be like 50 something now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know what I mean? And that like we talk about this every week, right? It always comes back to the same thing with the band. Hey, we got chili. Yeah. You find it cold in here? Just a little bit chilly.
Music-themed dinner.
Yeah, that'll come back and haunt you. That'll come back and haunt all of us very soon, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, and we were talking about that before, last week and the couple weeks before. We were talking about the whole thing about the music industry now. And the days of the dickhead, you know what I mean, in the industry have gone. You know, you're coming across bands like, face to face, basically being voted across the board as the nicest guys in all of music. You like never will turn away from you, kind of like always glad to give you the time of day just because they understand what it's about. And the guys that are kind of the dicks, basically people kind of just, man, leave them alone kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not, rock and roll isn't about being outrageous necessarily like
No.
it was at once. People, you're outrageous now. People are like, man, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
He's just a maggot. I
Yeah.
don't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's so weird now, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. But so back to music. That's what I guess we do here. I'm going to be spinning a couple things that have come across. Like I say, Radio Delete, really neat guys. This next band that I'm going to spin for you, they're out of the southwestern Ontario genre, a bit heavier. They're called Dead 3 Days, and this is how crazy things get in life that you blink and you don't realize time is really going by. But this is a band that a friend of mine that I used to play the scene with back in the schwa, as it were. This is like his kid's band. You know what I mean? Like, and this is crazy to me because we're talking about, coming up in the 90s kind of thing and playing. That was when you basically got a guitar and you learned 5 chords and that was it. And you could write everything thanks to Kurt Cobain. Like everybody was a grunge band or, Eric's Trip or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody was just a band all of a sudden. And with these guys, thanks, Jimmy. Basically, with these guys, like the kids nowadays, like these guys shred. Like they have taken music to like an art form. It's like they study it like they did in the 80s. Like, what do you listen to? I've been really listening to a lot of Bach and Mozart and ripping down their stuff. And I can play this and and you're just like, what? I can play anything by the Ramones, and that's.
I think I noticed that first in Protest the Hero. Going out with those guys and everyone out partying and Protest the Heroes sitting in the van working on scales. Like they've got scale books. The guitarists are sitting there looking at each other, just working on scales and perfecting their talent. And
Yeah.
that was kind of the turning point for me that I noticed. I was like, people are really looking at this to, define themselves as artists and not as partiers anymore. Exactly.
Yeah, for my generation of the music when I was younger and we did the metal thing, the big game changer for us was when Testament came out, the first Testament album, because Alex Skolnick used to play like arpeggio sweeps like nobody's business. Like you could go see them play live and you'd be like, what the fuck did he just do there? Like how did he pull that off? And I remember the 2 guitar players in my band would sit there like for hours before practice and after practice working on sweeps just because it sounded awesome. Like just to this day, that's as close to an arpeggio sweep I can get. I will go up to a mic and move my hands and just go. I won't even try it because I've got like goofy fingers or whatever. I don't know. I'm a trained bass player. I don't like when I play guitar. It's just like out of necessity. But anyways, with that in mind, this is a band called Dead 3 Days, and this is a pretty heavy track for a song called "Falling Out of Skies" off their album "Born in the Abyss." So let's give them a listen.
Falling
holy fuck. I listened to that track at home before I brought it out, but coming through the big speakers,
that was intense.
yeah, that was heavy.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Yeah, I don't feel as angry as I thought I would, but no, digging it, and that's what we're talking about. Like the younger set coming up, learning their instruments, just tight, just crazy.
Yeah, I never ever got that good. I don't think I ever will get that good. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in there. That
Yeah, damn you kids, just damn you.
Well, you find your niche, right? Like
Yeah.
what makes you tick. And for you, you know, I hear a Scotty style every time a song comes on that I haven't heard in a while, but you happen to play on. I hear it. It's like, oh wait, that's got to be Scott because you've got that Scotty sound. And
What's that?
I'm a bit of a slut. I'll play on anything. I won't lie.
yeah. Well, don't blame
of
you.
all
you
kind
know?
of music.
But I don't blame the people for picking you either, because you know you've got your chops, man. You got your sound, and that's the thing. They don't necessarily want just some random tinky tink. They want the Scotty sound, right?
It is cool how stuff like that, especially like when I found that one of the scariest tours we ever went on was a Protest the Hero tour, and you're on this acoustic piano duo, and you're like, you're opening up for Protest the Hero for the next 3 weeks across the country, and you're like, dear God, they're gonna kill us. But the metal kids loved it.
Yeah.
They're very, very open-minded
Yeah.
to all types of music and melody. That's a big thing in that's always been in metal. Is it's heavy and it's scary sometimes, and it's you know, it's in your face, but it'll just as quickly drop back to nothingness, little like tinkering piano away in the distance. And
Yeah.
you know, when I think of what's that song, Faith No More, Epic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
end.
a perfect example. Like
Yeah.
it's so heavy and in your face, and then it drops back to this eerie piano thing at the end.
Yeah. So
It's-
true.
It's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah. No, was it? Did you? I saw them. Well, of course, I'm older, so I saw that tour, and they had the tour shirt on it. Did you ever hear about this?
No.
Had the big Faith No More logo on the front of it, and on the back it said, "Yes, stop fucking asking us. The fish lived."
Wow.
Yeah, it was like everywhere they went. I guess everybody's like, "Hey, did the fish die in that video? Did you kill him?" And it was like they had to basically put a shirt out just so people would get off their back about it. So funny. So let's get back to some rock. Yeah, Scotty, do you got something you want to drop?
Yeah, you know what? Because I want to play something from some friends of mine. I know we pumped Stereo Kid last time we were in here.
Yeah.
Because they were playing a show with us.
That's right. Yeah, at
down
Norman
the-
Jeans.
At
Nope.
the music hall.
Okay, yeah.
Rum Runners.
Right.
And I got a track here by them that's called Lighters.
Cool.
And
Spin.
it's a great tune. So let's share it with the world.
Drop the rock.
Drop the rock here on London Indie Underground. Or not. Waiting for it. Wait for
My
it.
bad.
There it is,
My bad.
Gary.
You know what,
On the
Jimmy?
radio, I'm sick of it. I'm trying to
Sorry,
flip
kid.
the script, something different. They say I'm killing it, some say that I'm too intricate. But if they ain't digging it, yo, I just don't give a shit. I like it intimate when I'm chilling out and kicking it. Hate when inconsiderate. Dudes get a little bit too drunk and start asking me to check out the Twitter shit. Facebook or MySpace on me, I'm not feeling it. Claiming freestyle when they clearly written. I'm 10 steps ahead, you never hear me slipping. Jordan in his prime, you're not near me. Pippin', I'm the batter right now. You ain't even hitting. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're never getting sick of us. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, everybody, light it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're never getting rid of us. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, everybody, light it up. Come on, everybody, light it up. The weapons, so what would I need a gun for? I got this shit on lock, like a front door. I make them want more when we on tour, getting encores. I'm a monster, you are unsure. I'm classic, fantastic, but I've had it with all these fake rappers all made out of plastic. I'm about to snap like a stretched out elastic. There's way too many of you dudes like traffic. Roll cold like an Eskimo, so impeccable. Trying to get some green, I'm not talking about vegetables. Incredible, off the meter, unmeasurable. I am the one, you ain't even a decimal. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're never getting sick of us. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, everybody, light it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're never getting rid of us. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, let's all light it up. Yeah, everybody light it up. Come on, everybody light it up. Come on, everybody light it up. Come on, everybody, light it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're never getting sick of us. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, everybody, light it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're never getting rid of us. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, let's all light it up. Yeah, everybody, light it up. Come on, everybody, light it up.
Whoa.
Stereo Kid?
Big shout out to the guitars from Stereo Kid.
Yeah, like who
Recorded
records in their bedroom and makes it sound that freaking hot? Like
Kenta from Stereo
Serious?
Kid
That
does.
was in a bedroom.
that was a bedroom
A couple
recording.
bedrooms, yeah.
That was a bedroom recording. That is just
He's deadly. He really knows his stuff.
yeah. The next thing, like we'll go back to this, but next you're gonna say is it was on a Fostex 4-track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was with a USB mic, actually.
You know, you know, that's the thing, right? Some guys have it and some guys don't. You can put me in front of this rig and it's a fantastic, like Jim's studio is fantastic. It's got all the great toys in it, just like Siggy's got the same and Bob and all that stuff. But you put me in front of that stuff and it's just, you know, anything I record just sounds like, you know, somebody's 3-year-old kid did it. You know, it's like levels. What the? I'm like, I'd be doing like the whole comp it. Sure, I just yeah. Dude, just hold back from the mic maybe, and you know, practice your skills so you can sing at a constant level. No, comp it. I'm just gonna scream it, and then it's like next, you know, why are you screaming? So thanks, Jim. So we're gonna spin some more music, but you've got a bit of a. Are we doing the story time?
I wanted Adam to tell a story.
Oh, we're doing the story?
Adam's going to tell us a story. Scotty's been kind of hinting to this story.
He has?
Well, before you got here, he was telling me a bit of a story. Now, this is the great thing.
It's not a good story.
No. Well, it is to the point that the fact that I did just have the music turned down.
Fair enough.
The Stereo Kid.
Good segue.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for my screw-ups. Perfect segue for Adam. But this is basically the whole thing about
full of 'em.
about podcasting and just how nothing really is as simple as it seems some days, or you overlook the simplest part of the show because you're so inundated with the technical part. That's my life completely.
So, yeah, here's the story.
I set it up. Sorry.
I work at a radio station, and a few years ago, we got some A-listers coming in. Everyone was really excited about these two top guns that were coming in to take over the morning radio in London. And rightfully so. They're great guys.
Yeah,
and I was asked to kind of hang out with them the first couple of times they did the show. Kind of push the buttons, make sure everything went okay. So I showed up their very first day, and I brought donuts with their names on them, and they politely kicked me out of the studio immediately. They were just a little nervous, I think. I don't know. They just wanted to do their own thing. Makes perfect sense. Yeah. So they asked me to just leave as the music was fading down. And as I walked out of the room, I see them kind of tap the board and start talking into the mic. And I'm sitting outside of the studio, and I don't hear anything. But you don't always hear the station that you maybe think you're hearing, so it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. And then it switched to the station I was supposed to be hearing, and there was still nothing. And they're yammering away, yelling at the mic, and good 3 or 4 minutes, whatever, introducing themselves to London for the first time. And when they were done, they potted up the music, and, you know, the mic went dead, and they came out, they're like, how'd it sound? I'm like, I think you hit the wrong button, man. It was dead air. So, so that's just a good example of those things happen all the time.
Yeah, and those are professionals that get paid well
For sure.
that aren't doing this just for the love of the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw them.
Yeah. They love it.
Yeah.
They love it.
Wait a minute, Jimmy's not paying you to be here?
Are you getting paid? Is that what you're telling me?
I
Are you trying to tell me that the salad was comped?
The salad and the Diet Coke were
I
comped.
keep buying him coffee every time I come. I'm actually paying to be here. What the hell?
You're buying him coffee, and I'm guessing the coffee's probably going cold.
Yeah, I chugged it. Yeah. Oh, right. I forgot he wasn't going to be here, and I've got all this coffee here for him. Damn it. That's actually my next contribution here is the coffee maker, because really, yeah, it's my life. I need coffee, like lots and lots of coffee. But on that, what are we doing? You were going to queue up something, weren't you?
Oh, I have to pick something on
Bit
the
of
spot?
the TCK, I believe I hear.
Oh, no way I'm queuing my own track. Disagree.
Oh, I totally think you should.
Really? Can we pick, oh, look at this. What are we going have we played that before?
way back when, I could definitely play.
Well, way back when deserves a respin then. This is a London-based band. They were around a few years ago. What, 4 years ago? 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
4 to 6 years ago?
4 to 12 years ago. I don't know how long ago they were. They were great. 6-piece, I believe, and you may recognize the smooth lead vocals of one Sean Goodchild, who is into Crown King now, but at one time was in a band called Grand Poobah, and this song is called Belly of the City.
which intensely got paper to invite those frosted friends or owls to join us in the glow. So let it snow, oh let it snow. I got everything I need inside right here to keep me warm. Oh let it wail, oh let it blow. Well if you'd rather play the elements, we could just forgo the show. Or would you rather take a walk amongst the restless and the weary, through irie caps with hitmen, down to drunken inbred hicks? It's a potassium, cancel dancing to this ditty. Never mind the weather, cause it's better to keep busy. And besides, it's always better in the belly of this city. So every little bird in the city is pretty. All the hip cancel dancing to this ditty. Never mind the weather, cause it's better to keep busy. And besides, it's always better in the belly of this city. And besides, it's always better in the belly of this city. Driven by a bumping rhythm down a one-way street. Bass is thumping, ladies love it. Never try to tell me small towns don't know what funk is. All this while been caught up in the sights. She's having after very locks and hiccups on her mind. And every scene next to her on the couch as she turns to me and says, hush, hush, it's been so long since I've felt such love, baby. Hush, hush, won't pay no mind cause there ain't no rush, baby. Hush, hush, I'll tell my demons not to touch my baby. Hush, hush, I can't wait cause I like it that much. We're front and the back of an ambulance, making enough noise and the cops come out to dance. Big fat, dirty beats driven by a bubble rhythm down a one-way street. All this while been caught up in the sights. She's slapping after very lots of hiccups on her mind. Don't ever try to tell me sometimes I know what funk is. In his mad and midnight journey, saw a 7-Eleven excursions. The earth of wild tomb will survive. Said every little bird in the city is pretty. With all the hip cats all dancing to this ditty. She said never mind the weather, cause it's better to be busy. And besides, it's always better in the belly of this city. Said every little bird in the city is pretty. With all the hip cats all dancing to this ditty.
Whoa. Whoa. That was awesome. I've never
That was
heard that
wicked.
track before. That is solid. Like,
Yeah, that's a pretty amazing track. A couple few months ago, weeks ago, I had the privilege of having a little jam with the guy that played drums and percussion on that album, and wow,
yeah, just smoking.
just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Apparent in the song. Yeah,
Is it?
Neil Peart's godson.
Wow.
You got to be a good drummer if you. Neil Peart will not be your godfather.
If you're throwing out the moniker, I'm Neil Peart's godson, you better be able to lay down.
Exactly. The guy plays the Hockey Night in Canada theme song.
Exactly.
If you
Entirely on the drum.
entirely on the drums. All right. So, if you're going to mention his name when introducing yourself, not that he did, but you know what I mean. Like that's you got to be able to back it
His
up.
business cards say that, right? Neil Peart's godson.
Neil Peart's godson. Yeah.
Drums and percussion.
Drums
Also,
and percussion.
Neil Peart's godson.
Also a drummer.
Yeah, that
Also a
you
drummer.
may have heard of him at some point. Yeah, that's insane. You know, you got to give props to like just solid playing. Like that was tight.
Yeah, I mean they were quite a live act too. I mean they that was kind of their thing. Was I mean, and Good Child still is quite an energetic fellow on stage now, and it's
and that was Grand Poobah. Is that what they're called?
Grand Poobah. Yeah.
Grand Poobah. See, now this is again we were talking earlier, and I always bring it up to the whole thing about the different genres of music through different sections within southwestern Ontario. And the crazy part is I've always been involved in music, but half the bands that I hear that are fantastic, like even from the past, like when Joel was here, and we're talking about a lot of the bands I never even heard of because they didn't get that push out into our area,
Into your area, yeah,
where they should have. Like
it's a very very sheltered scene.
Yeah.
I think the biggest. Well, you know, London's big on metal and punk rock. I think
right now it is, yeah.
I think the biggest, probably, you know, dare I say, commercial growth of any southwestern Ontario scene would have been like the Alexis on Fire, driven, you know, post-hardcore screamo era.
Yeah,
that kind of, it kind of. Some 41, they were pop punk. You know,
yeah, I've said this before. Like it's funny because when with my band, they used to open for us, and Dave Brownsound used to be in a band called Brown Hornet, the Brown Hornets, and they were like a Rage Against the Machine kind of wannabe cover band, and it was just, and then to see them basically skyrocket, and you're just like, what?
It's always the case too, right?
Yeah.
They just, you're like, wow, those guys are cool, and
Yeah.
then you're like, wow, those guys are touring Europe.
Yeah. Hey, those are those kids.
Oh, they are at the Grammys. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you know what? Good for them. Sometimes it just hits. You know what I mean? Like you can play music all your life and be fantastic at your thing, but you just don't get that. You don't play for the right guy at the right time, kind of deal. And then there's somebody else who just comes along and it's like, yeah, I think I'll try playing guitar for this week. And it's like, fuck, you guys are fantastic. Sign them in. You know, it's a weird. Like the music industry is a cold-hearted bitch some days.
Oh, she is.
She is. But we still love her, and we'll still pay money.
We still love her.
Charlotte the Harlot.
Charlotte the Harlot.
is in the music industry. Hey, but speaking of Charlotte the Harlot, there's my segue right there. Big Iron Maiden fan. Like for me, one of my first bands. This band, London local act, the connection turns out it's me. I didn't realize that this was a bit of a, I introduced these guys as the two guitar players I actually introduced when I was trying to start a band up. And then I ended up screwing up my arm and stuff, so I ended up leaving the band. But they kept going. They became Redambergreen.
You know what? Jimmy played some of these for me a couple weeks ago. These guys are really good.
Fucking awesome. And the thing that
Really
caught
good.
me about them was the harmonies in the tracks are like the Iron Maiden harmony styles. And it just, as soon as I heard it the first time, I was like, this is awesome. This is like so awesome. So we're going to play some Redambergreen. And this is called Through All the Days. And let's give them a spin. Hope you're listening. Hope you're liking it.
You say anything but I wanna hear. So you tell me that you want me till I'm not around. And now things I know you'll keep it from me. Now that it's right, but I have been listening through all the days that you have kept me alive. I'm standing on the edge, I'll sleep till I'll hold you down. I can't see it now.
Redambergreen, such an awesome track. Like,
So good.
yeah, it's, I talk about it all the time. It's so, like, the scenes are so different, but man, the music coming out of London, southwestern Ontario specifically overall, is so awesome. Like, you're not hearing bands like this coming out of, like, Vancouver. You're not hearing anything like this coming out of Calgary. You're just not hearing that same kind of drive and that same almost strive for just solid songs. It's just not really there.
It's always been southwestern Ontario's kind of thing. There's always been this like scene here that people are just striving to go out and play music and share it with everyone, right? And get better and better at it.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but to me, southwestern Ontario has a real working class feel.
Mm-hmm.
And so the music tends to reflect that. And, like if you think about what most of our industries around here for years have been, what our parents have been doing, it's like things like auto industry and manufacturing and stuff like that, So that kind of lifestyle and upbringing kind of reflects the music you're going to listen to at the same time,
Yeah.
And so I think that's where that heavy rock, I've always felt that kind of industry lends well to heavy rock and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird. I just find that's how it is. Like, I just always found that, like, even coming from, like, the Oshawa area, you always heard about the bands from London. Like, you heard, like, at that point, it was, like, Scratching Post. You heard a lot about, and Salmon Blaster, and
The Gandharvas.
Project Wise. That's Adam Arsenault. And he actually, when I moved to London and I was kind of keeping my band going, Arse was playing with me at that point, and so was Daryl from Thine Eyes Bleed, and another guy by the name of Tom Perano. And they're just the London guys, but it's just that whole thing, right? Like, and when I moved here, it was really strange to try and hook up to jam with guys because everybody was in like 3 projects.
And when I came to London, it was a whole eye opener to me because I came from this small little town, where I listened to the radio and I listened to what Much Music told me was cool, and there wasn't even MTV in Canada then.
Yeah,
and then I come to London, and all of a sudden I'm introduced to this whole new scene of music that I'd never even heard of.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like I just came here and I was introduced to this whole new scene of music in London. I was introduced to this whole new scene all over Ontario, all over Canada.
Yeah,
that was just, it just was like, oh my God, these bands are out there, and why aren't they on Much Music, and why aren't they on the radio?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And the weird part was they all wanted to come here. Didn't matter what band it was, but they always stopped in London to play a show. It was just crazy. Like, Radiohead played here before anybody knew who that Radiohead was. Like,
Call the Office.
Yeah, Call the Office.
On the Benz tour.
Yeah, like when you think of the Benz tour, like one of the coolest albums, like, like a breakthrough album, totally.
Yeah, really broke them.
And, here they are. Our Lady Peace, before anybody knew who they were here. All these bands. You go to the Call the Office walls, and you just look at the walls of the bands that have been here. And then you think about the amount of bands that you've seen there, or at the Embassy when that was going, and all these other places. All these bands that came through here that, you just sit there going like, man, we're spoiled.
I remember seeing System of a Down in the Embassy.
In
the Embassy Hotel.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
a year later, they're playing arenas all across Canada with huge multi-million selling albums.
We got to hang with Chris Jericho when Fozzy was in town at the Embassy.
Yeah, there's always a...
He was playing... Scotty has a story. He was sitting playing piano. He was playing Journey in his jam room up at the Embassy. And doesn't the door open and it's Chris Jericho and he comes in and sings it with you? Isn't that the story?
Yeah, it was just because our rehearsal space was next to the band room where all the band stayed.
Yeah.
And Fozzy was playing at the Embassy, and I'm just sitting in my room playing away. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, my door opens to my room, and it's Chris Jericho from the WWF standing there, and he just starts singing with me, right? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I'm just jamming. Journey's actually playing at the JLC tonight, and he's like, well, shit, I wish I wasn't playing. We'd go see Journey. And I'm like, this is just unreal,
The best part was I remember seeing him when the WWF thing was going on in London. I remember seeing him and a couple other guys getting out of this really small car. It was like the clown car situation. And we ended up talking to one of the dudes. Yeah, and he was saying, no, it's cheaper because those guys really, you look at these stadiums they fill, but they're just treated like cattle, right?
Well, they're pretty much, they live the same lifestyle as a musician.
Yeah.
They travel 340 days a year.
Yeah, and they pay
probably
for it, like
beat
there's-
up their bodies, and they,
Yeah.
you know,
and they're basically small businesses.
yeah.
So that's what they're telling us. It's like, yeah, we rent a small car and we drive around. It's cheaper for us. We split on it and da da da. We could rent a big van and all that, but that costs more money. We can take a small economy car and 4 of us pack in. We just take our duffel bags. So I'm just like, that is fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
the WWF makes so much money, but that's how it goes. But so Jimmy's kind of giving me some info on the I think they call it texting. The kids call it texting.
Text messages.
Text messages. Excellent.
SMS.
I learned so much.
It's something to do with those phones that you have that you use when you leave the house.
Intelligent phones.
I think that's what
The
they are.
smartphones,
Yeah,
cellular phones.
Cellular
Phone, and you can get the interwebs on this. I'm
Cellulite
told.
phones.
I like.
Yeah,
the
I don't want the
interwebs.
cellulite phone. But on that, I just want to mention a couple things going on. Tonight, I am joined actually with Scotty and Dick from Two Crown King. First time I'm meeting Dick. We're having a good time, though. I would think so,
Having
Dick.
the best time.
Having the best time.
Yeah, I didn't get my free chili, but I'm still having fun.
Yeah, and Scotty and I have met before, and I've also got Ian sitting here with us tonight. Ian's been here with us second time
before.
with me.
This is the second time, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, I always have the fantastic Jay Roorda from Jay Roorda Photography chilling in the other room. He's taking photos, and he knows for a fact that if he takes another photo of me where I look fat, my wife will have his ass. Just saying, Jay. Lots of love coming to you. He heard that. And now he's in. Now he's in the conversation.
Yeah, here he is.
These
Come
are
on over, buddy.
these are questions that I will find out for you next week.
These will be good pictures.
Good. It's because
Yeah.
it's the desk.
Yeah.
It's the chair. When I sit in that chair, it's not my chair.
I'm in the fat chair.
You're in the slim guy
Just
fat chair.
Slim guy, fat chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as well, I've got the lighting on for you today instead of the dark room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we talked about that last time. But this isn't all about, I do have the face for radio, so it works out quite well. So we're doing that, and a couple other things. You know what? This thing has taken off in a way that I don't think Jimmy expected. And not to say that I doubted any of this, but just the people that are getting involved in this, like the bands that want to come in and talk to us, the industry folks that want to come in and talk to us. So on that, we've got a couple things. We've got Siegfried Myers. Everybody, to know him is to love him.
Oh, yeah. Loved him last time he was on the show.
Yeah. First time I met him was actually, I talked to him online a couple of things because, as we know, I'm a gear fanatic, and so is Siggy. And I was trying to talk to him about getting a Therovox built because fucking Beach Boys, stupid instrumentation, Brian Wilson and his stuff. So, exactly. So I was trying to get him to, we're still looking into that. But anyways, we've got Ziggy. Ziggy's going to be here on November 14th to
Nice.
chat with us. I think it's mainly because his laptop is filled with so much music that I think we maybe got into a 16th of his laptop of just music. We went on till like
If
11:30 that night, just spinning tracks. Sick.
It was
I liked when he came because then my laptop got more music because we just got talking about the days gone by, and I was like, "Oh, you got that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got that." I was like, "Send me that," and he just started sending me stuff. So
Yeah.
I really had a good time, and I'll probably come back next time Siggy's in here. But the only
Next-
problem
next
is
week.
that next? Yeah, that is
Yeah,
next week,
next
right?
week.
The only problem with when Siggy's in here is that we should do that on like a Friday night or something because the night just got away from us that night.
Oh,
I
it
think.
totally did.
It's
Totally
like a
did.
7-hour podcast or
Yeah.
something.
That was awesome. That was a fun time.
It was a good time.
And then I know both Jim is very excited about this, as am I. Basically, the wonderful Dan Broadbeck is coming in on November the 21st. Going to give us some insight and well, of course, all the listeners out there, some insight on the music industry. Like,
Dan
And
Broadbeck.
if anybody has insight on the music industry, it's Dan. Let me tell you, I went to OER in 96, 97.
Mhm.
One of our projects was to research, how studios work and stuff like that. And so we had to interview people. So very first person I called was Dan Broadbeck because in the early 90s when I first came to London and started getting part of the music scene here,
Yeah.
he was in a band called Gun. And
Yeah.
I would go see him play, and man, he could sing, he could play. He was really fantastic, and incredible musician. And it's almost sad that he doesn't play as much as he records and produces because he's so talented. He's such a talented guy, and so yeah, total respect for Dan Broadbeck. And he was so helpful to me when I just called him up, at random and said, "Hey man, have you got a few minutes to talk?" And we talked for like 45 minutes. Just a stellar dude.
crazy. Well, we're looking forward to that. You were going to say something?
Broadbeck. was my professor for my practical exam in MIA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the first time I met him. Obviously I know him well now, but
Yeah.
or better now. But yeah, he was awesome. Yeah, we had to. I'm not sure why that happened, to be honest.
Just happens.
Yeah,
happens
I think
for a reason,
they
right?
grabbed, because he wasn't a professor at the time, but I just remember I was, I found my slot, and that was my practical exam time, and said, you will be evaluated by Dan Broadbeck.
And you're just like, damn it.
Yeah, and he was great. He was awesome.
Yeah, it's insane. So, and that's the great thing about this podcast is, like I was saying, like we have all these people coming in, like to talk to us and stuff, and they really do give out a ton of information. Like seriously, when Joel was here, Joel Krass from Headstrong, when he was here, you seriously should have just hit record.
Yeah, you should hit record anytime Joel Krass is around.
Yeah, like the amount of
Or
knowledge.
pause.
Yeah,
You should hit pause a lot too.
yeah. But the amount of knowledge that guy dropped for anybody listening that's in a band, it was insane.
Mhm.
Like, to this day, it's still in the back of my head. Playing a show, make sure the cover is at least $6. Because if you do $6, fill out the paperwork with SOCAN, and you'll get $75 back from SOCAN for your troubles. And I'm like, why didn't anybody ever tell me this?
He's like violently intelligent.
Yeah.
Like, and not just about music.
No,
Like,
yeah.
There isn't. I think he is like, one of the co-founders of Wikipedia or something.
Yeah.
He definitely oversees the board.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Like being a longtime fan, first time listener kind of
Yeah.
deal. I just sat there just going like, wow.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, the stuff that he can fire off, like just boom.
Yeah.
And he's really articulate too, so he's one of those guys that it's fun to listen to him talk, as much as it is to hear about what he's saying. It's just fun to listen to the way he says it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's strange how it is enjoyable to hear somebody use proper English.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And then 30 F-bombs.
Yeah.
Like it's hilarious. The dynamic in that guy is unbelievable.
Yeah.
A box of beer, some free time, and Joel Krass. That I would spend any Friday night like that because you and I the one day.
A lot of free time.
A lot of free time.
And
so
the
one night
and
he came out and he was about to leave, and Ab and I think we asked him one question.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, we're on our way to the beer store again. We're still talking about what we were talking about, but he's a fascinating guy, Joel, if you are listening out there.
Was it Joel that was on a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, Joel Krass is basically the guitar player. I believe he played guitar for Headstrong.
He was,
Yeah, guitar player for Headstrong. Now basically a hired gun, but he's on his way out. Well, I think he should be there by now, but he was heading out west, just to go out west.
Probably check on Wikipedia or something.
Yeah.
He was here
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, was he?
Yeah, Joel popped in about 2 weeks ago, and he was here about 3 weeks prior to
And
that.
I got to tell you, that was the best. Like I've listened to pretty much every London indie underground except for I missed one. But
Damn
they've-
you,
no, I'm
Ian,
sorry.
missing one. Get out.
but I got to tell you that I texted Jimmy at one point and I said, "This guy is fantastic. I really love hearing him speak, and like he was so knowledgeable and." Yeah, it really made for a great podcast.
Yeah, the only slight I ever have on Joel is that fucking KFC bucket of chicken that he brought in. Like anybody who came in the room that night, chicken. RJ came in. First time I meet RJ, and he's like, chicken? What are you going to do with those fries? That was like the best thing ever. I'm sitting there going like, wow, this guy's just giving up his food. Like I'm just sitting there. But then at the same time, I guess if you just sat there and ate all of the chicken, first time listeners, you'd just
Did
be
he
like,
talk about his time on what was the TV show?
no.
Oh, he was on Headstrong. Was on not Ant Farm.
No. What is
Farm Club.
Farm Club,
Remember Farm-
actually.
yeah.
Yeah. He did mention
That's
something
right.
about Farm
And
Club.
He was on with Eminem and Kid Rock, right?
That
Was it
would've
not?
been-
He was on like an all-star episode.
Yeah.
And we got to have him back just to tell those stories.
Yeah, I do recall him mentioning something about that, but he never said it was Eminem and Kid Rock.
Eminem for sure. I don't know who the other one, but it was an A-lister.
Yeah.
And
I remember him saying they got there and they felt like kings or whatever,
Yeah.
but then they were just rushed.
He said they were treated really well, and they had to do like this montage where prior to the show, the producers follow you back to your hometown, which for him was like Burlington-ish, right?
Yeah.
He's from some like suburb, and he said, the way that they use studio magic to make it look like where they're from is like the most artistic place on earth was unreal. But yeah, his stories are great.
Yeah.
That Farm Club, that's the day I found out about that. That was a good one.
I still remember the first time I met Joel too. We were I'd come home from a long day of doing something, and I get home, and he's sitting on the couch, and Ajay's like, this is my friend Joel. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And we talked, and I was being my typical usual jaded self about something. And it was something about, I was talking about kids stealing music. And I was like, people don't buy music anymore, they just steal it. And I was like, what if we as artists just said, well, you know what, we're not making music for you anymore. We're going to make music for ourselves, and we're not going to share it with you. And he's like, I really think you need to read this book. And then we had this long conversation about this book, which, you know what, I have written down here somewhere, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, he always gives it. Like I've even found that both times he's been here, he always mentions books that you need to read. None of them have been Dr. Seuss.
No.
So that just blows me off right there.
I want to find this book.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure I still have it written down.
Jimmy just gave me a quick tweet, or text message, as the kids say. Basically, last time Joel was here, he talked about the farm.
Oh, Farm Club. Yeah.
Farm Club.
Yeah.
Farm Aid. That's the first thing that comes into mind. I was thinking Ant Farm, and then it's like, no,
Yeah, well,
Farm
I
Aid.
blew that when I said Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah.
Alien
Alien
Farm.
Last time Joel was on Alien Ant Farm, they did Smooth Criminal.
Ironically, I remember seeing Alien Ant Farm on Farm Club.
That's awesome. It's too bad. They need more music like that. Like, they need more shows like that to showcase up-and-coming
I
bands.
remember that one really being a show where I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
It was really like a kind of multimedia blend of getting to see these musicians in a completely different medium, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And again, for me, it's the weird part is the fact that I wish I did, because I've heard Headstrong now. Dig it. It's heavy.
Yeah, they were good.
Tone on that
Joel's
album.
also the guitarist in our very rarely playing Rage Against the Machine cover band, too.
No, I do need to ask you, Scotty. I think it was last time you were here. You were here with Siggy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many bands do you have on the go? Because there's a Journey band.
With the Journey band we formed that night. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, exactly. See, Jimmy and I have dubbed
who's
Zeppelin,
in that
but we've
band?
never done that yet. Jimmy, yourself, Siggy. Because Siggy's the only one I think that
they
can
can
hit the
sing
note.
that high. So
Yeah.
we were trying to talk Ajay into growing his hair, and we told him he could join the band, but only if he grew a beard.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
So he'll never join the
so
band.
he'll never
No,
join the band. But yeah, I actually only play in two bands. So
Okay.
I mean, just Two Crown King and Stalefish.
Yeah.
But that
okay.
Journey thing, I forgot all about that.
See?
The beers were flowing that night.
That's what I'm here for.
Next
I'm
time
the walking
you have Joel
archive.
too, you need to ask him about the time Tommy Lee kicked him off the tour bus for laughing in his face. And that's a good one too.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything to do with Tommy Lee
Oh,
losing
good.
his temper
Yeah.
is always a
Losing
good
his
story.
temper in Joel's face.
Yeah.
Anything to do with Joel's a good story too.
Yeah.
I really think.
He's, yeah, because he's not like he's not a small guy. Like he's a solid
Yeah.
And when I say big guy, I don't mean like he's a big fat dude because he's eating chicken. But I mean like he's just a solid. It's a solid dude. He's like Stampy the elephant. You couldn't knock him over if you wanted to. Like just a solid guy.
I don't want to give too much away, but I'm pretty sure I can't remember exactly, but I think it was a poorly timed Hep C Pamela Anderson joke that ended in him getting kicked off. the bus.
I don't know why. These rock stars are so sensitive about Hep C and their girlfriend.
And their girlfriend.
Yeah. Man, Kid Rock, Tommy Lee, Pam Anderson.
Joel Crass.
Joel
Crass.
Crass. 6 degrees of separation right there.
And it all comes back to David Hasselhoff.
It all comes back to David
Or
Hasselhoff.
Kevin Bacon.
or Kevin Bacon.
Oh, man. We had that app open. Were you here that day? We had the
No.
app open. Went
The
this
6 degrees?
6 degrees page. So every time we came up with somebody, you'd put their name in, and it would generate how many degrees they were off of Kevin Bacon.
Awesome.
Yeah, it went on forever. Who knows? But yeah, so let's get back to some music now. Ian's sitting here with us tonight, and Ian said he had something that he wanted to, give a spin. Hopefully, it's fresh, fresh music, and independent at the same time.
Yeah, something a little different. Like these, who I want to play for you is a couple of kids I met up with at this Sleepwalk Guitar Festival in Toronto this weekend.
Okay.
Got to see some amazing guitar players, amazing people, and meet up with people like Colin Linden from Black Inn and Rodeo Kings, who are definitely not independent anymore. But
so we can't talk about them. Move on.
No, so we can't talk about them except for they still do produce independent artists. And so
they're not
Colin Linden is working with this band called Harland Pepper out of Hamilton, and their first album was produced by Aaron Goldstein, who is he's played with everyone from Lee Harvey Osmond to Ian Blurton and Cowboy Junkies, and he has his own project called Huron.
Yeah.
which is indie.
Just interject. Blurton is on a roll with us. I think I haven't been here for a podcast where Blurton hasn't been mentioned yet.
yeah.
But okay, yeah. So
Yeah, 6 degrees of Ian Blurton for
spin
sure.
us some tracks.
So this is Harland Pepper. I got to meet with these kids. They're about to go on tour across Canada with Black Indian Rodeo Kings.
Nice.
They've got Colin Linden just finished producing their new album. It's in the mix stage. They're about to release it, and these kids are only 20. This album that was produced by Aaron Goldstein was done when they were all 17, every
Nice.
one of them. And Thompson Wilson, of course, is the son of Tom, who is one of the Rodeo Kings, also from Junk House
Yep.
and Lee Harvey Osmond. So he's the bass player and one of the songwriters. This is a song called Yeah, and it's from their very first album. It was an indie thing called Young and Old on London Indie Underground. And
Spin it.
here we go. Anytime. There we go.
I hear some feedback. Usually that's a good fade out.
That's about it.
Hey everybody, we're gonna fade out now with some feedback, and I'll just turn that down a little bit. Sexy. So yeah. So what was the name of the band again? Harland
That was
Pepper?
Harland Pepper. Yeah.
Harland Pepper. You know what? That name just makes me think of something else. I don't know what it is. Anybody? Harland Pepper.
Harland Pepper.
Harlan Williams.
Harland Williams.
Harland
Yeah.
Williams. There you
Thank
go.
you.
There's also a band called Pepper as well.
Okay.
They're like a reggae punk.
And
pop.
Chip and Pepper, Bad Surf Clothing.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah,
That's very
that was
true.
big.
And you
I like
can put
pepper.
it on your
Yeah.
food. Yes.
As Dick says, yes, you can put it on your food.
But yeah, bunch of kids from Hamilton. They're 20 years old and just about to. I think they're going to break. I think they have real potential to do something on. Well, they're a little more on the rootsy side.
Yeah, that they were. But it was good.
but-
It was good, solid.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and the crazy part, he said break. See, tonight's all about the professional segue. So I just want to give a little shout out to the guys in the Hard Party who decided to call it quits. We featured them, I think, on the second show. Pretty heavy. They were produced by one Mr. Moby, as not as in Moby the dance hall guy, but Moby from Trigger Happy and Scratching Post. Mark Harmon. Is it Harmon? Is his last name? I don't care. Anyway, sorry, Mark Mobes.
I think it's Harlan. Mark
Harlan,
Harlan.
Mark
Mark
Harlan.
Harlan
Harlan
Pepper.
Pepper.
Yeah, I know he is. He's on NCIS. Yeah, NCIS. Yeah, I watch that show. Sorry, it's not. It's not important to the podcast that I watch NCIS. Yeah, yeah. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, let's get back to some music here, because if not, I'm just gonna fucking babble all night. Sorry, Jim, his mama.
So what do you got over there? You said you were
Yeah, I'm
firing
gonna-
something up.
You know, this when I first got involved, when Jimmy asked me to come here and sit in the big skinny guy's a fat guy chair, I put it out and put the call out to some friends. Anyways, this was one of the first submissions I got, and you know what? To this day, we still haven't played it. Every time I get something else in, I bring it and we play it, and I keep playing this. So, anyways, my apologies to Mike, but this is a band called Nanochrist. The connection for London is me, really. They're my friends. But yeah, it's kind of the industrial metal, prog industrial metal. You don't hear a lot of that.
Like,
I guess.
like Nine Inch Nails?
Yeah,
sort of
they're
stuff?
like big influence. But even like as far as like the kind of Ministry,
Skinny Puppy.
Skinny Puppy,
Yeah.
you know, not Einsters and Newbauten kind of.
Yeah.
What the hell? I do enjoy the fact that Einsters and Newbauten can actually put out one album where it's just nothing but noise, and then do an album of actual music.
That's hilarious. I haven't even heard that
It is.
name in like 20 years, I swear.
Yeah, well, in my generation, it was cool if you had the tattoo
Yeah.
of the logo.
Do you?
No, I don't. I'm not. That wasn't cool. I don't have any ink on me. Wife said, "Yeah, see,
Oh,
yeah,
look at this.
Jay's
Yeah.
Flash and the 9 Inch Nails one."
Yep.
There you
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
But it's not Einsters and Newbauten. No, but that's because you're a generation below me.
Just a quick side story.
Right.
A buddy of mine got to interview
Jay's
Trent
bicep?
Reznor
Oh, okay.
he's doing a documentary right now.
Yep.
And the guy that's going to be shooting our video on Sunday for my band, he's worked with people like Trent Reznor. He's doing this documentary on the electronic scene.
Yep.
And how it's blown up, and you've got these DJs that are making $100,000 a night
Mm-hmm.
and dating, supermodels and stuff like that. And so, but he's
And
also
taking our gigs.
yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday he was
I'm sorry, I didn't
interviewing
say that out
Moby.
loud.
Crazy.
He's hanging out in LA this weekend.
Sorry, that's the guy that produced the Moby, the guy,
No, not
No,
Mark
the other Moby.
not Mark Harlan Pepper.
No, the other.
Harmon. Trigger Happy, Scratching Post, Mark.
Oh,
Bad blood.
okay. Luke
Full
Skywalker,
circle.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. Bacon sandwich. We're back to it. Actually, it should be 6 degrees of bacon sandwiches.
6 degrees of bacon.
I'm getting
Yeah.
hungry too.
And it always goes back to Kevin Bacon, then you just go,
I don't
bacon
even eat
sandwich.
chicken
Bacon
or
sandwich.
bacon.
All right, so this is Nanochrist. Song's Decontaminate. I believe this is off their last album. So let's give it a spin and, yeah, let us know what you think. I think it's pretty solid, pretty heavy. Here we go.
Festering among us, growing in the dark, useless and horrific, finding fame in vain, a human malignancy. What you fucking don't know it, cut you from
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought of was Power Man 5000.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you know what? A lot of guys, nobody's doing this style of music really.
No.
Like, well, London. What are we known for right now? Metal.
Project Juggernaut.
Yeah.
That's another band. They're very, they just, I don't have the information pulled up, but
Okay.
industrial, heavy, awesome. They have a show coming up.
There you go. It's it's fun. It's a great genre of music. Like, God, first time I heard Pretty Hate Machine, I was ready to punch some fucking walls. Like, it was perfect timing for me, right?
Not only Pretty Hate Machine was awesome because you were ready to punch some walls, and then like 17 minutes later you were crying in a corner, just wondering what life was all about. Like for punching walls, yeah.
Damn, I never really looked that deep into it, but you guys are completely right. A lot of crying, a lot of anger, and then
There was
crying.
a lot of angst and sadness and
Yeah.
beauty.
And there you go. That's the word.
There was a lot of beauty
A lot of beauty.
in Trent Reznor's earlier work. Not that there isn't in his later work. I just, he was really cool when he was on drugs, I guess.
Yeah.
He
had the best. You guys know about the contract when he signed with TVT
No.
and the out. So Pretty Hate Machine, right? Like, that's why you can't find it, right? Because TVT basically signed him, and basically just when he tried to get out of the contract, they basically had a thing where it couldn't get reproduced. So,
Really?
Yeah, that's why Pretty Hate Machine, you can't find it. Another company just finally got the rights after many years, so it'll get dropped out. But he was in a really lockdown contract with TVT, and he wanted out because Pretty Hate Machine just exploded, right? But he was getting screwed on the deal. And the story is that TVT had a clause in their contract that they would replace any of his gear for touring. Hence why the first Nine Inch Nails tour was decimated of gear. Every show, these guys were basically going into, like, let's just say John Ballone's and buying the greatest samplers, the greatest guitars, the greatest amps, and every show decimated everything. And everything got billed to TVT, and it got to the point that TVT let him out of his contract because they couldn't afford to keep him because he was destroying,
all this
everything.
gear.
Beautiful. It's one of those great stories that you hear about, kind of. You know what I mean? Like,
The artist wins.
yeah, like, yeah, well, we're going to sign you. We're going to help you out. No, we're going to fuck you as much as we can. And then it's like, not saying that that's what you do, when you're a young band, but like when your album explodes and you try and get a little bit more out of your deal, and they're like, nope, sorry. You should have, negotiated a better contract. It's like, yeah, but if I did that, you wouldn't have signed me in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's just a funny story, like, just to hear the fact that he actually found the loophole. Had the lawyers go to the contract. He's like, well, according to this, they'll replace your gear or anything that's broken. And he just basically decimated gear every night. It was pretty
And he
amazing.
did all right after Pretty Hate Machine, I think,
I
too.
think he did. I think he made a little bit of money.
A couple more albums, a couple more songs.
And it doesn't hurt to have Johnny Cash,
Take your song and
take hurt and basically make
it theirs. Yeah.
Yeah, when all of a sudden your parents are kind of going like, I really like Johnny Cash. I really love that new song he's done. It's like, you don't know.
The song that they were telling me to turn off when I was a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop playing that song over and over and over.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with Scotty. He's dressing all in black. He's
Right.
sad. We really need some help.
Angst.
But
beauty.
So on the London Indie Underground podcast thing that we're doing, we've also got Mr. Jay Roorda. We talk about him every week.
Hey.
Jay, for those of you who don't know, in the London area and southwestern Ontario, photographer extraordinaire. Awesome live shots. Doing a lot of cosplay kind of shots right now.
Yeah.
He just
fun
did
stuff.
did some really cool shots on the weekend.
Zombie
massacre.
Zombies were killed.
There were zombies killed.
Yeah.
And it's pretty amazing.
I beheaded my girlfriend.
And he beheaded his girlfriend. So you gotta kind of enjoy a guy that can do that in his job. Not against violence against women.
Yeah. No, it wasn't real. It was all photoshopped.
No, all photoshopped, which is a good thing.
You're not against?
No, I am against, but
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, not for. We'll just have to tweak that out
not
when we go to
for.
the recording for yeah. But as it goes, I'm good with that one. Against it all. La 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 la.
Anyway.
Happy bunnies, everybody. So
You should mention the Shine a Purple Light on Limited Use, which is a campaign that's happening right now in London.
what does this have to do with Kevin Bacon? We're back to Kevin Bacon again. I'm sorry.
Who has purple lights?
Yeah, who has purple lights?
The least common light for us to get and shine on a car.
Yeah, maybe in the 50s under the dashboard, the purple passion light. That's it, and you didn't have that to basically shine a light on it. That light you were shining was for different reasons. But sorry, Jay, I'm gonna segue. Dude, I am the ping pong of conversation.
Yeah.
Like I am everywhere but here.
So I mentioned Project Juggernaut before.
Yep.
And I said they have a show November 30th
Mm-hmm.
at the Brunswick.
Excellent. And
That's all I got.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Brunswick Tavern.
So
back to this purple.
No,
light.
Project Juggernaut, Death Chargers, Psychopathy, and Nihility. I hope I'm pronouncing those properly. Psychopathy. I guess.
Psychopathy.
Yeah.
So many ways.
Brunswick Tavern, St. Thomas.
You know, they could actually book themselves as
St.
like
Thomas.
they could book themselves, get paid 3 different times, but just come up and just say their name different ways.
Yeah.
We're psychopathy, psychopathy.
I just
We're from Sweden. So okay, so those listening that don't know, Jay, photographer, live shots, pretty awesome. He took your shots right at the last show.
Yeah, he did the Stale Fish Ale Scarlet show.
Yeah,
and some really nice photos.
Yeah, it like captured not just like the energy of the show, but like the vibe, like just it was just well lit.
He
It
got
looked
some
awesome.
great. This one you took of me though, I wanted to talk to you about this. I haven't seen you since then.
You don't like it? Oh, is it bad?
It's not even a double chin. It's like a quadruple chin.
That's me.
There's a lot of wrinkles there.
See,
I've got the Gary going on.
I don't know what you
exactly.
were doing, but it was like.
Look at it.
Exactly.
But look at how awesome the keyboard.
Oh, the shot's great.
Yeah.
The shot's great. But I've been having a lot of like neck pain, and I'm wondering if this is what's causing.
Do you want me
Could
to
be.
Photoshop some of those wrinkles out?
Yeah, more in.
Put more of them in?
Maybe put.
Yeah.
You clip, copy,
Nerd
paste.
alert.
Yeah. See, and if you guys were friends with my friend Rob Marino on the interwebs, he would then put a Stephen Hawking's comment on your photo, to which basically people will unfriend you for. Gary, you shouldn't be making fun of Stephen Hawking.
You've been unfriended because of pictures I've taken?
I'm just kidding, but it really did destroy the ego when I saw that picture of the triple, quadruple chin, and then Marino putting in, where'd you get the picture of Stephen Hawking's? That really, it hurts. I'm just saying, inside that heart, I think.
You know what? After we either after we shut down tonight or like next week before we start,
Yeah.
I'll do some nice portraits of you.
Killing zombies?
Okay.
You know what you should say next time he does that?
No.
The next time he makes a comment like that, you go, "Fuck you, asshole."
Well, you know what? No, that's not really what I'm about. Well, no, it's not me at all. It's not me at all. But either way. So yeah, so Jay has a special going on. Bands, even I guess businesses or people that want to get some modeling shots in. Basically, the deal is Jay Roorda Photography. He's on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Facebook, look him up as well. I'm just gonna pull up your card there, Jay.
Yeah.
There we go. Wah. There we go. Gary knows what he's doing. Thanks, Jimmy. So yeah, $50. Basically flat rate.
Yeah.
For a photo shoot up until Christmas. Come New Year, rates are going up, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fantastic photos. Contact him through his website, through his email. It's all on the screen here for you. Fill him in. What's your email?
jroordaphotos@gmail.com.
Yeah. Or just look them up on the interwebs under the Googs. And anyways, yeah, they're awesome awesome photographs. And for bands, we talk about this every week. Yes, you have an iPhone, but that is not what you submit as your promo shots. For gigs. Or
I've been playing with Instagram and I don't really like it.
Yeah. Well, Instagram.
I found you can get Photoshop.
Yeah.
For your phone.
Yeah, I've got that for my phone.
I just got it for my phone and my mind just
exploded.
Yeah.
That would explain why the big chunk is missing
Yeah.
out of your head. But yeah. So, anyways, the whole thing. What it comes down to is we talk about this every week, and that is really if you're a musician and your big plan is to play gigs and to not work, or just basically drop the rock every week, you got to be serious about what you're doing. Treat it like a job. Treat it like, and if you're one of these guys who doesn't work because you're a musician or you're dreaming of being a musician, all that time that you've got off, you should be totally like focusing on what you want to do. Like, if you put the time and effort into it, it's going to come back to you. Simple as that. So why would you not hire a professional photographer to take your photo so at least your band looks good, or, you know, if you're a solo act, you know, people respond to quality. They respond to that extra step that you put into it, you know. So anyways, that's just my own personal thought. We talk about it every week. Guys, any other comments on that?
People like sexy-looking people. There's no question about it.
It's true.
Jay Roorda will make you look sexy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will do my best.
Unless you're Gary.
Yeah.
Gary, the most
Gary or
unphotographed person.
Scott,
Like,
and then I will just add more wrinkles.
awesome. Yeah, exactly. Just
But no, you did. You captured the moment well that night.
Yeah.
Like, I think when I look at those pictures, I still feel the energy of that room. You
Yeah.
know, there was something really cool going on there, and those pictures definitely portrayed that, which
Yeah.
was awesome.
So basically, you're hearing it from Two Crown King. Like, Jay's taking their shots. He's done Surrounded by Water. You know, all the photos.
I've
that
done
come
a
out-
lot of local bands.
Yeah, he's done a lot, and most of the stuff I've seen for bands, it really is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you captures the energy of what they're doing, and you can't tell how many people are in the crowd. Like, if you're a band that's playing and you get 5 people in, when Jay takes that photo, you know, you see the energy. You don't like really notice that you don't really see the crowd. You just see the performance, and that's a pretty awesome
I'm
thing.
about making you look good.
Yeah, so $50 flat rate till the end of the year. If you miss it, the rates go up.
Yeah.
And then you're all like, dude, can you give me that Christmas rate? No. Santa has left
No.
the building, people. So, Jay, anything else going on with you? Anything else coming up?
This Friday
Mm-hmm.
at Call the Office, Tom Fun Orchestra with the Strumbellas.
Nice.
My girlfriend knows them. They're from Cape Breton, and apparently they've been like all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
They've opened for Primus.
That's kind of cool.
First album, Gordon Gano
Mm-hmm.
from the Violent Femmes produced them.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm kind of excited to go to the show.
It should be. And it's London. So
And Ian's doing sound.
there you go. So Ian will be there. Jay will be there. Guys, you're going to be there?
No.
Yeah, I'll totally be there.
Yeah, see?
You send me the invite. Send me the
Yeah,
invite.
I'll be there.
Scotty, you know, Scotty's at
Maybe.
all the shows.
We're all the shows.
Yeah, Adam's at all the shows. I
Adam's
don't
at all
even
the
know.
shows. And if I'm not there, Adam's there.
Exactly. Like,
It's one or the other.
yeah,
It's
somewhere
sometimes
TCK
both.
is in the house.
always.
You know,
and you can always bet that Ajay's there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if we're there or not.
Yeah.
Ajay will always be there.
And
He's
already there.
Yeah.
probably at the show waiting now.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm told that he does enjoy a good high five. Even if you don't know him, just go high five.
He enjoys a good high five.
Yep.
He enjoys a good cuddle.
Yeah, we should also say, if you do see Ajay on the street, he really likes when you, like, ruffle his hair, like, you know, like a little boy. So everybody that sees him should, like, ruffle his hair. He
And say
loves
something.
it.
Say
Yes, he likes, but the hair is his favorite. He
Yeah.
likes it to get as
Yeah.
messy as possible.
yeah, and say something like you're talking to a small child.
Mhm.
Because I find that nothing makes my day go better than somebody coming up, rustling my hair, and go.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
how you doing there, champ?
That's right.
And then you're just,
Little buddy.
yeah, hey, buddy. Like, oh, look at you.
He
Oh,
loves
your
it.
hair's so soft.
Gets up in the morning and waits for it.
Yeah, see, so there you go. See
Chin up,
Ajay at a
pal.
gig, give him a little head rub. I'm told he likes it. So, man, he's going to kill you guys. He's just going to be like, what the hell was going on at the show the other night? We'll just be like, I don't know. Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a bit of an indie spotlight here. I'm going to turn it over to Scotty
Oh.
and Adam. And guys, like, this is your, like, what's going on? What's going on with the band? Like,
Well, we're busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Only one of us can talk at a time right now.
take a mic.
Yeah,
Ian,
let's steal Ian's
Ian,
mic.
like, we're doing the indie spotlight, so just...
And the is this the skinny fat chair? The fat
It is,
skinny
yeah,
chair?
yeah.
I shouldn't have worn leather because it's leathering with the leather.
You're
It's
Yeah,
very
that,
you
that
remember
is
that? Have you
shit.
seen that that Saturday Night Live skit
of the leather
of
chair.
the Leathermen? It's Jimmy Fallon and Horatio Sands,
No,
and they're wearing leather, and like everywhere they move around, they work in a leather shop.
that's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm in this awkward position. Anyway, thanks for the mic. I appreciate it.
As, you know, just on a leather segue, I remember as a child going to a funeral, and it was hot. It was a BC thing, and the guy that was sitting like 3 pews up in front of me, leather.
Ugh.
And anytime, and of course, just keep in mind I was a kid, right? Anytime the dude moved, right, it just sounded like Velcro ripping off the seat. and you're at a funeral, so it's like, you know, you got the priest saying whatever they say at those things, like, "Hey, everybody, let's eat tacos," and everybody's like,
Or
got their
the
head down.
priest saying, "Who's the guy who wore leather to a
Yeah,
funeral?"
yeah. And he just every time he moves, you could just like. It was just, it was like the most, I was laughing my ass off. Like, my dad's hitting me. Keep it together, kid, keep it together. Yeah, yeah.
Funeral is this, that you're laughing your ass off and a dude's wearing leather and the priest is talking about tacos.
Yeah, exactly. And I was innocent in the whole thing. I'm laughing, but, hey, if the priest slipped on a banana peel, I'm laughing my ass
Yeah,
off.
of course.
I'm sorry. That stuff's funny
That's
to me.
classic comedy, though.
Exactly. Harold Lloyd, all the way. So, yeah, so let's get back.
So that's good. Yeah, we filled some time so we don't have to talk about what we're up to.
What's going on with the Two Crown King? Like,
we're busy.
Yeah.
We're in the studio writing hard. Just really pumping out material. And it feels great.
Yeah.
We've taken a bit of a step back from live performances. We had a busy 4 or 5 months consistently. We basically toured all summer.
Yeah, you guys were like
nonstop,
all over the place. Yeah.
And so now it's time to do the old, Ontario winter for bands.
Yeah.
And stay off the 401 for a while and just
Oh, yeah.
knock out some solid stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. We've been, doing it a little do-it-yourself action.
Totally.
We've kind of gone back, locked ourselves in the basement, and
I hear you guys have a new drummer.
Oh yeah, we've been experimenting with that.
Yeah.
We've kind of taken the face off the band. There's been a lot of changes lately.
Oh,
and,
okay. Cool.
We're kind of, we're at a changing point in the band, I guess is the best way to put it.
It's a polite way to put it.
Yeah.
Just people want to go one way, guys
people go the other way. Yeah. I mean, and it's you know what, it's amazing because not every band makes it through that, and
no,
it's always a trying time when people decide that they're going to do something different with themselves, and you're left standing looking in the mirror going, okay, now what? But we've seemed to overcome that hump. We've seemed to really moved in this new direction that's kind of it's exciting. I think it's really exciting.
It's growth.
Yeah, it's cool. There's new material on the way and lots of it, and it'll new sounds, new style, and not completely 180, but definitely
Adam's
exploring.
singing,
right,
and Ajay's rapping now, just to give you an idea of how things are going.
The tousled hair rapper.
The tousled hair rappers,
because he loves his hair.
Yeah, no, we're just we're doing a like Scotty said, we're locked in the basement and just cranking out stuff any way we want right now, which is awesome. It's a way we've always done it that way anyway, but we're it just feels good, just constantly coming up with stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think you reinvent yourself. You got to reinvent yourself in this day and age.
If not,
life moves so quickly, and the music industry moves so quickly.
Yeah.
That you got to kind of you do an album, you step back, you say, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
We did that. We played our bag off, and now what?
We should be clear too that it's not like we did an album and stepped back and went, all right, let's reinvent our image here. It's just we're always into new stuff, and we did one album one way, and now we're looking at doing some newer stuff and trying new things, and maybe they work and maybe they don't, but it's definitely a creative buzz right now. It's really nice.
Yeah,
we didn't have time to write when we were playing this summer. We were so busy. There was no time. We were just playing the same tracks, and it got to a point where we weren't playing anything new.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We want to play new stuff, you know, so build the catalog.
And you just get in that zone, right? Like every show, because you're playing the same tracks.
That's
so
right.
It's like, I can go out and do this and not even think anymore.
That's right. We were playing tracks and that were, we'd been playing for 2 years straight. Like the very first tracks we played when we started playing, we were still playing them. So
yeah, that's crazy. Well, that's a good thing though. Locking yourselves away, no distractions.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like close it off and just go and and always taking in like.
Yeah, definitely.
That was definitely important. Is it just you've got so many different minds going into something, and so many different minds. It's like you said about the chili thing earlier. Everyone is very has a different approach to things, and they have their different likes and stuff. And
well, it should be noted too that Scotty didn't write on the first two.
You've just been riding on their coattails then.
Totally. I just hang out and drank for the first two albums.
But that's awesome. And so what happened is we literally finished the EP, and then Scotty came on board.
Oh, okay, cool. And then you were putting a bit of flavor.
So he kind of got here's the the catalog. Learn it. Now we're writing with Scotty, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This guy's a
See?
writing machine.
Everything is
It's just kind of coming together.
Yeah, well, he obviously, like Ian was saying at the start of the show, he has his sound, and
Yeah.
he's putting it on our
There you go.
tunes now. So, of course, we're going to be shifting a style somewhat. And again, it's not this intentional thing where we're like, all right, black T-shirts, everyone.
Yeah.
It's just where we're looking to try new things and have Scotty be an integral part of that.
So are you thinking about new things as in orange T-shirts?
I would. As a
I
guy
like
who lived in
orange.
Holland growing up, I'll take orange. Give me that.
What's the is there a Holland, like a Dutch soccer
Was that a
chant we can
Florida
do there?
move?
Float? No, it's my California move.
yeah.
California.
It's my new rap group.
Yep.
Cali.
California.
It's gonna have to be. I'll be like a transvestite or something. California.
You should be Cali, Florida.
Cali, Florida. Yeah.
Cali, Florida. Was the show good? He floored you.
We floored you. Cali,
High
Florida.
fives all around. Clap. That's awesome. Yeah, and it's crazy, like as you say, like just that whole, when you're able to, tour and play as much as you can, you really, when you do lock yourselves away again, just the fact that you've been playing the same stuff,
Yeah.
naturally, the first thing is to, I don't want to play that.
You're entirely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not so much a resistance to what it was as it is just this need to
Yeah.
create and explore something else. And
Yeah.
that's
Right.
all it is.
Yeah, the acknowledgement of, hey, this is what we did.
That's right.
And hey, this chord
Yeah.
phrasing is what we did for the last 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
change it out. And then, of course, new blood coming in, like
Huge.
throwing in,
Yeah,
like,
of course.
and it is it official that the guy who sits here?
Well, it's official in the sense that we've got Jimmy is working with us in the percussion thing.
No
but
secrets there. We love the
Yeah.
guy to death. And
Yeah,
he's family.
what it is we really we have, when we say we've locked ourselves away, we've locked ourselves away to create something new, and
Yeah.
we've kind of we're kind of taking a different approach. We're not video blogging every day about, hey, today Adam did this, and today Sean peed 4 times while we we're at the studio, and someone drank a coffee. Like that's
Yeah.
we really want to.
Those were boring things.
Yeah, well, we're pretty boring dudes.
Well,
let's be honest.
Well,
right? We're not
unless it's
that
like
excited.
Sean pissed blood 4 times today, then you're like, oh, maybe let's get on.
But
the
I mean,
Twitterverse.
it's a different approach to us, and it's there's been a lot of changes in the band. There's no doubt about it. We're not going to hide that, but we're not ready to really talk about that
Yeah, that's
because
cool.
that's
That's
kind of
respect.
part of our growth, right?
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
it's when that time comes, then we'll let everybody know
Let the world know
what
what's going down.
that Cliff Burton's Ghost
Yeah.
has been doing some bass on our
Yeah, we're
tracks.
putting out tunes, and
Yeah.
at the risk of, whatever. We had this neat talk, and we're like, let's just make music, and who wants to be in on it. So
Yeah.
I don't want to say at the risk of getting 1,000 calls, that'd be awesome. But
Yeah.
you want to make some music with Two Crown King? Give us a shout. Honestly,
Yeah.
we're just looking to we're open right now, and
Cool.
and there's shows like this for a reason. There's a lot of talent out there.
Yep.
And we're welcome. We're welcoming it all in. So.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Like that's really a great way to do it because you're really just bringing in, and everybody brings something different. Like
Two Crown King might be 2 people, it might be 200 people. Who
and
knows?
guys, from Dead 3 Days may get a hold of you, and you can drop some Cookie Monster there.
Absolutely.
Down,
We
you
could
know.
use some Cookie Monster.
And some
Yeah.
compression on our
And
tracks.
And some
There's
compression.
not enough compression.
There's
in
never
our
enough
music.
compression ever. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Now, I was going to ask you, like, because it's your turn to play some stuff. Like, what do you want to like spin something of yours to give?
Oh, you want me to play something of ours?
Oh, yeah. I know it's always like it kind of
Well,
being in that situation. It's kind of embarrassing sometimes to hear your own tracks.
What about
but
being,
at the same
being
time,
the guy that didn't really contribute to the writing on the first 2 albums? So I get to pick my favorite song then?
Yes.
yeah, completely.
No, that's not the one I'm going to pick. I'm sorry. Is that a request? Were you yelling that from afar? I actually contributed on that one. Not to the writing, but I got to contribute to that one. I was going to pick one that actually I didn't have anything to do with.
But it's a song that you dig.
It's a song I love, actually.
So there you go. It's a guy in the band that's a fan of the music.
Well, it's funny. When I first sat and met with Adam, however many times ago that was, and it wasn't that long.
even that
2
long
years
ago.
ago, maybe?
I
A
barely
year and a
know
half?
this guy.
Yeah.
Sat me next to him in the studio. I don't even know.
I was like, sorry. So he raps? That's what he does?
What?
Okay. But it was funny because we sat and we talked, and I was like, I'll be honest with you, man. You sent me the website, and I went and I listened to the songs, and I was like, oh shit, this is Two Crown King. I know this song. sorry to say, I thought this was Down with Webster. Like I didn't know any better, right?
That's just because I was wearing my backpack in the living room.
Yeah, swinging your white towel around. It's like, why is this guy doing this? We're just talking, right? But yeah, I so it was cool to kind of get an idea coming in that I was a fan before I was actually a member of the band.
Yeah.
I just didn't know I was a fan because I didn't know it was Two Crown King, because you just you hear something and you hear it all the time and you listen to it, you're like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Who is this? Down with Webster? Yeah. And then I quickly learned it wasn't Down with Webster, and every time I say that now they give me a dirty look. Like, not Down with Webster.
So kids, just know ahead of time if you're trying out for a band. Know what fucking band you're trying out for. Just putting it out there for you.
It was really awkward. I showed up and I knew like 6 Down with Webster songs.
Yeah.
And
you show up wearing the Down with
wrong band, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
wearing the T-shirt, the hat, the backpack.
So
let's do it.
So yeah, I'm gonna play one that we have played that I got to learn and play, which was awesome, and I really liked the studio cut from it. So. This song's called The One Man Mess, and you're listening to the London Indie Underground.
First steps, you know, the rest, guess you don't. Possessed, yes and no. Obsessed, yes and no. I'm blessed, destined, whoa. My jet's set to go. Heart beating so bad that my chest lets it go. Wait a minute, turn the time back, rewind. I'm weak in my knees and I'm sick in my mind. Caught up in the act, confused by the chaos. I need to find an exit, but I'm waiting for the payoff. Weak, sick, under the weather, or not feeling right. Ill, feeling sick, still sick, feeling ill. I'm like a one-man mess, one-man army. With my weakness exposed, and you know, so you harm me. So quick to disarm me, I'm left weaponless. Next step in this is to make you feel the weak knees. Now, please speak now, what's the remedy? I think it's you, it better be, cause only you can better me. I admit it, I'm addicted. Call me blessed, yes, I confess I'm afflicted. But this is when a trick did, I wanna know why. Better go get bye-bye. See, now I'm down to 1. This crown's down, I'm done. My power's lost all of its fun. And yet I keep speaking out, and you keep freaking out. This is killing us. But even though we say that it's gone, I know it's still in us.
You can ask both my knees. I get weak.
that it's gone, I know it's still in us. Even though we say that it's gone, I know it's still in us. Even though we say that it's gone, I know it's still in us. Even though we say that it's gone, I know it's still in us. Even though we say that it's gone, I know it's still in us. Even though we say that it's gone, I know it's still in us. And even though we say that it's gone, I know it's still in us.
Hey, hey. What up?
Leather chairs, what's up?
Leather chair.
Leather chair
Adam.
for, yeah, it's, you know, I should have just put the blanket, but you didn't text and say I'm wearing leather today.
That's true. And
Yeah.
I also would have been upset if I had to sit in a blanketed chair because I'm 108.
I can't believe I'm in a comfort-covered chair. Let's take a look here. Okay, so let's take a look here now. Now, Maddie, if you're listening, we're just Ian just brought up some information. A couple weeks ago, we had the Dyadics in the house, Kevin and Matt, and on that day, we had basically discovered that Matt's pride and joy, his Dave Navarro signature guitar, has been basically lifted. I left it at a show at the Black Shire, and somebody basically walked off with it afterwards. We've been trying to find this guitar. We've been everybody's been putting out postings and keeping your eyes open for this white Yamaha Dave Navarro acoustic. But according to Ian is saying that basically Navarro sent Kevin a guitar.
Is this
Okay.
I don't have a mic here, so
He doesn't have a mic. So
need
Ian's
some
just going to kind of
confirmation.
honk on the mic here. And
I'm going to get some confirmation right now.
okay, so
Calling Dave Navarro.
so
Who
yeah,
we
let's call-
chirped earlier on
Oh,
in the show.
Jane,
Oh, no.
Jane said this. Jane
Boy.
said no. I never chirped him. Jane, I actually met him at Lee's Palace.
Don't
let's get on with the
back
story.
track
We're not
now.
going to Kevin
Jane-
Bacon.
Jane says that he sent them,
No, you can't say away with James. Come on.
but she does.
This is
Sorry, Jane.
Jane
the
Kennedy.
most scripted show I've ever been on.
Jane says he sent one of his guitars.
Okay, so it sounds like
Yeah.
Mr. Navarro has sent Kevin Kennedy from the Dyadics and the Marrieds, and of course, Never Ending White Lights,
Right.
a guitar to
That's
replace Kevin's missing stolen guitar. That is pretty awesome. Like that's
That is pretty awesome.
pretty rock star awesome cool.
So
Like
you guys need to apologize to
I don't-
Dave Navarro.
Fuck, I don't apologize for anything. Like, dude, I stand behind my word.
No. I still think One Hot Minute was the worst Chili's album
Yeah,
ever.
Jane's Addiction.
He's a Jane's Addiction dude.
Yeah, but Jane's Addiction, completely awesome.
Yeah, he's
I'm-
awesome in
I'm
Jane's
down with
Addiction.
that.
I
Chili
just thought he
Peppers?
was.
No.
What was the other single off that?
That's not his fault.
Aeroplane.
Yeah, Aeroplane.
I love
Do you have to pronounce it that way?
Aeroplane. It's my.
Is it spelt that way, or is it spelled?
AEROPLANE. Yeah.
So, it's-
Wasn't that the original Aeroplane? Wasn't that how it was originally done? The Wright brothers. Wasn't it Aeroplane?
Taking that back. That's
Yeah.
taking
I'm
it
going.
back.
Hey,
Aero bar?
I'm old.
Yeah, the Aero Bar. Was that where that came
The Aero
from?
bar. Yeah.
what came first, the Aero bar or the Aero?
Or the aeroplane.
Kevin Bacon.
Imagine you named your plane after a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my-
It's
garbage.
a good chocolate bar too.
That is. Yeah. Can you imagine if you made your airplane out of chocolate?
Oh.
I would just never go anywhere.
Yeah,
Like those what's that Red Bull thing called? The Flutog or whatever?
was that what Felix Baumgartner flew up in?
No.
Oh.
The thing where you make your homemade plane and drive it off a jump into the water. They
Oh,
make-
really?
you
Red
never
Bull
seen
made
this
that?
stuff?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you're
Of
right.
course.
Flutog.
That's the next thing they should do. Flutog out of the satellite thing that Felix jumped out of. That's how you find out if it flies or not.
Do you know I told someone that story yesterday? They didn't even know what I was talking about. I was like, really? You didn't know that some guy?
That's because you keep visiting the
Jumped.
coma ward of the hospital.
Yeah, well, how do you miss something like that?
I saw. I just didn't get all hyped up about it. I was like, oh, yeah. It's kind of like when that guy walked across the Niagara Falls. Did you know?
Just randomly by himself?
Yeah. Hey, I'm just gonna. No, he did the tight
Oh,
wire
like on a
walk
wire.
across. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he was all chained.
Went
in,
for a
like-
stroll across the
yeah,
city.
I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, he was all strapped. He had like the
Yeah.
safety harness. He was pissed that he had to wear the safety harness, but they kept going to him and they're going, "We're gonna go live to him right now." And the whole time he's on there, and just so y'all know, I'm not a religious kid, kind of more anti. But the whole time they went to the microphone, all you could hear is, "Dear Mother Mary of God," whatever, the prayer is. But the whole time he's doing it, he's praying, right? And then they do, "Hey, Dave, what are you thinking right now?" And I'm just like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Why are you asking this?" I think I'm up really high right now, and if I slip,
I think I'm walking across a rope.
Yeah.
That's cool. But it ain't jumping from space.
No.
dude, and it's not Evel Knievel.
No.
That's the thing. The Daredevils of yesterday, gone. Got to have safety harnesses.
Yeah,
For
okay.
that.
So I was going to say, one of my favorite movies Man on Wire. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it
documentary?
yet. No.
About the guy who walked between the Twin Towers.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Illegally. So it's neat. They set the documentary up in the style of a film noir crime film. So it's this documentary that has a somewhat of a script where these actors kind of play out the actual event.
Oh, okay.
That's a Two Crown King recommendation for you.
Man-
Man on Wire.
Man on a Wire.
Dope movie.
Oh,
I won't
okay.
spoil it for you, but this guy is dope.
Okay.
He's as French as they come, and the way he celebrates is masculine.
Wine and cheese is going to be my guess.
With very skinny cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
check
have done
out.
it. Thank you, huh?
Great film.
Yeah.
Really cool.
We walked the wire. Now we go play the hockey, huh?
France French, not French.
Oh, okay.
Canadian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's get this straight. Oh, that's like, you know.
Oh, a little different then.
Yeah, that's when he just looks at it. Hey, congratulations.
We all kept the cigarettes in our hand.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
constant.
the only thing, yeah. And it's like, hey, congratulations.
I f at you.
Yeah. I am finished, huh? I go home. Damn you. Where can I get a good croissant?
There you go.
So with the news, if it is true, Maddie, if you're listening, please let us know. Anyways, with that news, let's play some Dyadics. You guys good with that?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good
let's do it.
celebration. You know, I dig the song "Get Up" off the first album. I think it's a pretty solid. And again, keep in mind, two guys, guitar player who sings and plays theremin every once in a while, and then one Matt, that's Kevin, and Matt Weston playing drums and the I think it's a Roland drum pad that he's got tuned to as a bass. And he plays.
They're so big live.
Yeah.
For two dudes.
Yeah, two dudes.
Super cool.
Yeah, and you know, maybe this guy that's sitting behind one of the microphones does their merch.
Oh.
Maybe. That's right. That's right. Yeah, if you could see me, I'm pointing to myself with my thumbs, like I'm eating pierogies. Anyways, this is Get Up with the infamous Dyadics.
Watch you go from left to right. I wanna turn you around. We could go at this all night. Tonight. Get up, I wanna lay you down. Don't know what I wanna do. All I know is I want it now. Get up. Lay down, I can't stop running with my face head in the ground.
that was Dyadics with Get Up on the London Indie Underground. Now, we're going to kind of close this up. Ian's on the phone right now with Kevin from the Dyadics. It's so Kevin Bacon here. And anyways, needless to say, he is confirming the fact that, yeah, Dave Navarro sent him a guitar. That's kind of rad, Kev. I'm glad that it worked out. But everybody, still keep your eyes open. It's a Yamaha. It's white. It's a Dave Navarro signature guitar. If you see one popping up, because they're not your everyday run-of-the-mill guitars. They kind of, so if it does pop up, alert. Either go to the Dyadics website, contact us here. You can contact the police.
Because how
there's no need for you to keep this guitar. It's not yours anyways. Give it back, people.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's a trade.
like as Dick said, how rad would that be to basically get his white guitar back and then just ship the other one back?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Dave, for the guitar, but mine showed up.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, because that guitar, I remember I've mixed Kevin at.
Guaranteed they get signed off that.
I've mixed Kevin at
guarantees.
at a couple festivals, and that guitar sounds great. It just suited him. But I'm confirming it right now with Kevin that he did indeed get a call from or a tweet from Dave Navarro, who said that he would send him a guitar. They just need to give the address. And what is it, Kevin? Yeah, what kind of guitar is it? It's an Epiphone Dave Navarro signature guitar that he was given and sent by Dave Navarro himself via FedEx.
There you go. That's pretty rad. So that's cool. Congrats, Kev. Glad that it worked out for you, that you got a new guitar. From everybody here.
Congrats, we all say.
So with that, we're gonna kind of wrap this up for the evening. My guest tonight, Scotty, Dick, Two Crown King.
Yeah.
Ian, Jay. Jay's here every week. And that's not a bad thing. Jay's awesome. He's like a ton of fun. But yeah, so on that, as we always like to do, we like to give a little shout out to the sponsors of the show. So right off the top, let's go with right off the top, Submission Academy. Basically, we're looking at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, again, hey, I'm not from the area, but I got to hear
London
about
or Brazil.
I'm from neither region. But
from the neither region. Oh,
from the nether regions. Excellent. Yes, Jay, I don't need the visual. This is radio.
Jay was just showing Gary where Brazil is.
And where we get the name the Brazilian. But anyways, yeah, so we've got one of the big sponsors right from day one, the Submission Academy, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Great way to basically get yourself in shape. If you are kind of noticing that your daily life is consisted of CSI reruns, Doritos.
Wait a minute.
What kind of Doritos?
Exactly. Do yourselves a favor and just
that flavor sucks.
Go on down. Check them out. The first lesson's free, and everything works out well. And get yourself in shape. You'll feel better about everything, and we're proud to have them, and they're supporting us just as we're supporting them.
And they have a badass logo.
And, there you go, badass logo.
That is a badass logo. And Steve's a badass, awesome dude too.
Yeah.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, I got to meet him the one night that he came in. A lot of fun.
Really good bass player too.
Is he a good bass player?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his hidden talent. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and bass playing.
Okay. But obviously Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, not hidden any longer. When you open a business, it's no longer hidden. Because it's not good for your business.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like me, archery. But yeah, so that's that one.
Wait, what? Are you actually an archerer?
Nope. Just a hidden talent, maybe.
Just
maybe
a
not.
hidden talent.
I'd show you guys, but nobody could see it because we're on radio. And a little does anybody know, both Dick and Scotty, not in the room with me. We're all doing this on the radio. We don't even exist.
I'm in Brazil.
Live from Brazil. It's Dick. So...
Not its dick.
Yeah. Also, you know what? Jimmy never promotes this when he's here. So it's kind of fitting that Jim's not here. So let's promote it for him.
Yeah,
We're doing this live from the Vault Recording Studios. Princess and Adelaide. You know what? We played it in the past, the Stalefish track for Around the World. All recorded here. The new Stalefish, all recorded here.
Yeah, the whole album.
Yeah, it sounds freaking killer. This is like from an outsider's point of view. It's huge.
From an insider's point of view, it sounds killer too.
Yeah, exactly. From the guy that's half and half, whatever. Kevin Bacon.
He's like, whatever, bacon sandwiches.
Yeah, bacon sandwiches. No, this is a top-notch facility. Really relaxed. The tones that come out of here are huge. And you know what? Give them a call. Like, send them an email to the Vault He'd love to have you in. Loves working with people, and really, the product you get out of here is top notch.
He's got some really nice gear to work with too. I saw Adam snooping around, smelling preamps and stuff earlier.
Don't smell the preamps. But yeah, no, top of the line and a fantastic guy to work with. And just so you know, there's none of the phoning in your performances here. None of the "can you fix it later?" No, play it right or get out. That's my thoughts, my opinions only.
So you're setting the bar for Jimi's studio?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really. Because, hey, if you're just one of those guys who doesn't want to play it, I guess you can do that as well.
I was just going to say, with Jimi not here, we can say whatever we want about the vault.
Plus free bacon sandwiches.
There's no phoning it in.
There's no phoning it in.
No phoning
There
it in.
is free bacon sandwiches at every session here at the vault.
Yeah. No tacos.
Which is ironic because 5 minutes ago you just literally said that we're somewhere else phoning this in.
That's right.
Now you said there's no
Dude,
phoning it in.
you're exactly right. Phoning it in, maybe. Depending. But anyways, yeah, got to check out the vault. It is well worth your time. And your band will sound awesome. Lastly, this here. Why, what's this?
Who's this guy?
It's another octopus.
No, it's a guy with his head cut open. Anyways, Shirt for Brains Custom Screen Printing. That's right, that's me, because tonight I get to jazz my own deal tonight.
Hey, does Dick get
So-
a shirt?
Yeah, guys, you always get swag when you come here. So there's free shirts at the front. But yeah, basically, screen printing. We do it all. Swag, you want to basically, get people to notice you, advertise. Good way for bands to make money, good way for fundraising. You name it. Give us a call. Shirtforbrains.ca, info@shirtforbrains.ca for email, or our phone number, 519-318-8564. Give us a call. If you can think it, we can ink it. That's our catchphrase. Not like the guy on Kijiji who has now decided to start printing, if you can think it, we can print it. Dude, print and ink.
It's
Print
a
and
pretty
think.
easy rhyme, right?
Yeah, don't, come on. Not slagging the competition.
Print it.
Yeah, print doesn't go with ink or think. Ink goes with it. Anyways, but if anyways, we all know. Anyways, just me. That's all in love. And of course, the always fabulous Roorda Photography. Promo going on, end of the year, $50 photo shoot. He will shoot until it's right. Or until he gets a minimum 4 chins. Stephen Hawking's.
If you can chin it, Jay will win it.
Hear that one, Jay? Excellent.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
And if we're going to make the Stephen Hawking's jokes, we really need the throat vibrator. Yeah. I am so going to hell for this show.
I was going to hell long before this show. I'm just adding for it.
See?
Hey, are we still going to do, just quick thing. I'm going to do some self-promotion. I'm raising money for prostate cancer right now and growing this ridiculous mustache.
Yep.
But a couple podcasts ago, we talked about I'm going to grow a full beard this winter. So I'm not actually going to shave my cheeks at all. And I'm going to grow it up to my eyes. And Jay's actually going to take pictures of my beard slowly growing. But it will grow up to right about here on both sides. So I'm going to go Cro-Magnon, man.
Where's here? You just pointed to a radio.
Oh,
road
right.
leaves.
Right. up to like just under my eyes.
Where the football players wear the black tape.
Yeah.
Whoa, nice reference.
Yeah,
There
that's probably the best way to describe it.
Sadly, though, a lot of people that are listening that aren't sports fans are just going, fuck, they're talking about football. Can't I get away from football?
I'm out.
But Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf. It will be a Teen Wolf beard this winter.
Yes.
So again,
And I will be donating all the money raised from my Teen Wolf beer to Teen Wolf's beer.
the Bacon Foundation.
To the Bacon Foundation.
And what goes good with bacon?
Sandwiches.
I was going to go with beer, but I like sandwiches. It's like the song Hey Jude. You can actually fit bacon and sandwich in that song somehow. I can't remember how you do it, but it works.
Take some bacon and make a sandwich.
Yeah, there you go. Don't try to fake it. Covered in bacon.
Nice.
So yeah, so Jay Roorda, end of the year, $50 photo shoot. Go for it. It's awesome. He does great work. And that is us for the night. So we're going to end it. Now, the guys from Two Crown were telling me that there's a song that they have that Scotty learned and was all stoked to learn it when he joined the band, only to find out that, and I'm paraphrasing or quoting, we don't play that song.
We don't play that song.
Yeah, nobody knows that song, so we don't play it.
We don't play that song.
So
it just doesn't. And you know what? I get it. It's one of those. It's different than on any other Two Crown song.
Yeah,
It's
well, There you go.
It's a great song, but it might have seemed odd kind of in our set for the last year.
Yeah, definitely.
We've been like, whoa, step back. But it's a great song, and I thought we'd share it here tonight.
My question is, before we play it, is it one of those songs that you don't play because now that I know the name of the song, at like halfway through the song, everybody starts going, "Rrr." It's like, I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote that.
No, we don't play because it's like the third song we have that references Lady Gaga in some way. That needs to stop immediately. We keep writing songs that Lady Gaga then puts out like 2 months. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. Puts out later, and then like, why do you keep naming all your tracks Lady Gaga tunes? And it sucks because we do it because we like her.
And I know Lady Gaga's a big fan of the podcast. She listens every Wednesday. She's probably tweeting about it now.
Yeah. I've been getting tweets from her constantly to the point that I was like, Lady Gaga,
I blocked her.
Just stop.
I blocked her.
Yeah,
I just
let it go, lady.
So, anyways, if she is listening, I know she is. Stop stealing our songs.
Titles.
All right, we're gonna no our songs.
The whole song.
Yeah, this is a Lady Gaga song.
Okay.
but it was Two Crown King song first.
Okay. So thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us, man.
Dick, Scotty, Ian, Jay,
what up?
Jay,
Jimmy.
Jimmy,
thanks for letting us, giving us the.
You can't see me waving.
Yeah, Jay's waving. He's not catching on to the fact that we're radio. But thanks, Jimmy, for giving us the confidence to let us run the podcast when you're not here. I hope fishing's going well, or at least the beer drinking's going well.
Sure, they're both going well.
Jimmy Mama says thank you. It was a great podcast.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Jimmy's mama. So we're going to leave it on Two Crown King.
All right, this song is called Monster, and we're closing her down here at the London Indie Underground.
Thanks for listening.
Take care.
Something to prove, pacify the monsters from my past. Nothing to lose, so I ain't never coming back. Don't be too sad, I do this with a heavy heart for every man. And please, mommy, dad, I knew you just wouldn't understand.
Now I'd really rather end up with the stroke of the pen, but I'm tired of trying to fix what's broke again. My new shoes are hardly broken in, and this coat don't conceal what it needs to. Hold your breath, the worst yet to pass. Wait for the bomb to blow, to burst the blast. Stay calm, kid, never be the first to ask. I need proof that the road is paved.
Be black and blue, these bruises just refuse to let it pass. Not nothing new, my family's familiar with this path. Yeah. Don't come along unless, yes, it's divinity you seek and set you free. You speak you. Don't get me wrong, I'd really rather end this with a stroke of the pen, but up jump the prophet and we at it again.
Even with the pin cold, I keep smiling. Beautiful, bittersweet front page violence. Homemade handguns for teenage tyrants. Weak ones speak and the strong stay silent. I've never been the one to laugh last, trying to fight battles that I've chosen. Midnight for you means for me it's half past. The wind warms up as it blows in.
Hold your breath, the worst has yet to pass. Although I'm constantly wrong, close your eyes, protect them from the blast. In case I'm terribly wrong.
Even with the pin pulled, I keep smiling. Beautiful, bittersweet front page violence.
in case I'm terribly